Once again, it's on AP, BBENT, JC4 Infinity. That's the clothing line all day. Know what I mean? Little something.
Get that guy out of here. Well, you're probably wondering, how did I go from that to this? Well, eat a lot of donuts, Krispy Kreme, and cinnamon buns, and all that good stuff. And this is what you'll be left with. Sit on the couch and be a couch potato. Eat you some good Doritos, Cheetos, Chips Ahoy, all the good stuff. And voila. What's good? It's AP, 1 in a billion, and I'm back. If you in my crew, if you in the body, say oh, it's the body. You guys like that thumbnail? I hope you like that thumbnail. Today, I'm gonna show you how I lost my 6-pack. I went from having an 18-pack to a 1-pack jump.
And you know it say AP. Happy and you know it say AP.
Now guys, you look at me right now and you say, well, you didn't lose your 6-pack.
I'm unstoppable, stoppable, stoppable. 15 joints all profitable.
Been murked them rap boys. I'm AP, that app boy.
AP, 1 in a billion. How many times I told y'all? There was a point where I totally had nothing left. Right now I'm at a state where I'm working to get my 6-pack back. But the question, it always arises in me, do I really want a 6-pack anymore? Do we really want a 6-pack? I don't know. And the reason why is because when I had a 6-pack, I couldn't fit none of my clothes. When I was at my all-time 6-pack prime, my clothes were, I'm 6'2". My waist was probably like a 29 or something like that. But I wore a size 36 in length. So right now, my waist is like a 36. And I fit my clothes better. My legs are bigger. My arms, everything is just naturally just more fitting. So I feel like I look much better in clothes right now than I used to look in clothes.
Into the body. Oh, that was the last time, but still into the body.
And that, it really has me like contemplating, like, should I do this and go back to being totally ripped up with packs, or should I keep on the weight? For the majority of the time, I was 6'2", 182 to 185 pounds. Now, 200 to 205 pounds is the range that I stay at. And the difference with this new guy right here, with this stronger version of myself, is when I play against people in sports like basketball. When you see what LeBron James does to people, how he just straight Mack trucks over people, that's what I'm able to do now.
Let's go, babe. Woo! Yeah, good shot. He's wide open. Woo! Woo! And 1. Yeah.
And I don't even practice basketball anymore. But when I go to a tournament or a league or something like that, I'm able to straight truck people, and I never was able to do that. That never was a part of my game. So I love this new part of my game. I'm so excited by it because I'm able to do stuff that I never was able to do before. Before, I would drive to the hole. I can still drive strong, but I really wouldn't try to absorb the content the contact as much. What I would do was I'll try to avoid somebody, do a reverse layup, or do some kind of fancy layup. Now, I feel like a big bowling ball, and I'm still not crazy big like that. I'm still able to be athletic. I'm still able to dunk. I feel like as long as I can still dunk and run people over, that my body, oh my God, it feels so good. So I don't really know what I should do in terms of, should I just say, forget it, let's keep our body like this, or let's go back to the six pack? I'm not sure. Talking about my six pack, I've had a six pack since as early as I was, I don't know, 15 years old, maybe 14, 15. I didn't even know that I had one. I didn't even know what a six pack was, to be honest with you. I just worked out because I wanted to be strong for basketball, and playing basketball, we constantly in high school had practices and all kind of training and stuff to improve our bodies. I did extra work on top of that, and the reason why I did it is because I wanted to be stronger than everybody. But I didn't do it because I was trying to look sexy. I had no clue that any of that even existed. I remember I was 16 years old. I had a show, a music show. I was performing. This is when me and my brother first started making music. So we're performing, and one of the girls that were in one of the girls groups, she liked me. She was 2 years older than me. She liked me, and her friend liked me too. What they wanted me to do, one of the girls took me behind scenes, backstage, and she was like, lift your shirt up. I lifted my shirt up, and she was like, boy, you don't know. And I was like, huh? What does she mean? I don't understand. What do you mean? I was a junior in high school at the time. So I have no clue what she was talking about. Literally no clue. No clue. My kids today, they know exactly what it means to have a six pack. They know exactly what it means to have abs. I had no clue. So the following year, 17, I did a fashion show. I did a fashion show with my high school, and when I went out for this fashion show, I did my model walk, and when I licked my lips and I lifted my shirt up, all of these girls were screaming, and their moms were screaming too. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is crazy. You telling me every time I lift this shirt up, people are gonna scream? Okay, there's something there. I had no clue that there was something here, but now I know that there's something here, that this thing over here, this body, it means something. And for me, it meant a lot because growing up, I always was so skinny. I was so frail. People made fun of me. Oh yeah, your chest is caved in. You're so skinny, this and that. So my body was like something that I was more concerned about, something that I was insecure about. But now here it is. I'm in high school, 17 years old, and I'm loved and celebrated for my body. It was amazing. So following year, and at the time I was not even lifting weights or anything like that. Once I got to college, I started to lift weights. This right here became my go-to machine. When I saw these crossbars, I said, listen, I'm in love. So I started using these crossbars right here. And as I would lift these weights, I'm holding in my core at the same time. I started doing that. I started doing, let's see, some curl, do the Jerry curl, do the Jerry curl. Oh, it felt so good. I started hitting the weights, hitting the chest press, hitting the calisthenics, the push-ups, the dips, the pull-ups. I started hitting all of those exercises, and before you know it, my body was just ripped, more ripped than ever. And I started benching for the first time ever in my life. So it wasn't until after high school that, because of this, not only did I start getting stronger, but I started jumping way higher too. I used to just want to just shoot, hit threes, and pull up in people's faces, but now I have the rise. People throwing me alleys. I want to catch dunks. I want to dunk on somebody's head. So all of this came about just from me working out. So when social media first came around, as early as the year 2000, people were uploading their pictures. They're like, yeah, I'm here. Oh, this is me. This is my car. This is that. I had none of that kind of stuff. What I had was my body. I uploaded pictures. I was one of the first people ever. I invented six-pack pictures. AP 1 in a billion. As early as 2000, I posted pictures of my body, and oh my gosh, I started getting messages. I started getting hit up by girls from all across the world. They were like, oh my gosh, look at his body. Look at him. Oh, he's got the pecs. He's got the pecs. We like his body. And yeah, a lot of, if you want to say viral, I went viral, internet viral, where I was famous. I was internet famous for my body. So girls would meet me. They would want to touch it. They would want to feel it. They would want to get, I'll stop there. People like my body, okay? Started doing fashion shows, started getting all kind of different offers because of my body. Matter of fact, guys, my own wife, Dangerous Diva. So Dangerous Diva, me and her, we were cool on the internet. We met on the internet probably early 2000s, right? So we first met on the internet, but we never met in person. It wasn't until 5-6 years later that I went on a webcam with her and she saw my body and she's like, ooh, nice. Okay, can you turn your webcam on again? And yes, that was when I knew I could get her. So guys, like I'm saying, yeah, I used my body to my advantage for years upon years.
Nah.
To lose that asset, man, it's devastating. You guys see me cry for real now, so now you know when I'm joking. If you watch the video of me crying when my son, Josiah, got an opportunity to be in a Major League Baseball commercial. And Josiah is also part of the reason why I lost my six-pack. Sorry, son, I'm not blaming you. But, guys, when Josiah was born, he was born at 1 pound. He had 5 surgeries in the hospital. He received needles in his foot, his arms, any vein they could find. They were giving my son needles every day, 4 times a day at least. I saw my son in an incubator for 6 months. I went to the hospital every day. People thought I worked at the hospital. People thought that I was a nurse or a doctor or something like that because they saw me there every single day. I ate food there every day. I ate fast food outside every day. I no longer was working out. I no longer was playing basketball. I no longer was doing the things that gave me the body that I had. As a result of it, I lost my six-pack. You might even want to say I was depressed. I don't think I was depressed. I don't feel like I was depressed, but I was definitely going through changes in my life. On top of that, I'm running successful businesses, and I'm no longer able to run those businesses because I'm stuck in a hospital. On top of that, my son J-Funk is the star of all children on YouTube at the time, and I'm not even able to make content really with him anymore because we're in the hospital all the time. So our mind is just totally off. If you guys go back to 2015 and look at the video content on the It's J Funk channel, you will see that a lot of those videos were videos of us at the hospital. Or maybe you don't want to give your all within your video content during this time because your mind is elsewhere. You have a kid who is on life support, who's fighting for his life in intensive care. So that had a huge toll on our lives. I've seen people make videos, oh, the So in Love family, they were big, and then they fell off because of this, and then, no, life happened to us. As a matter of fact, we weren't even the So in Love family at the time. That channel was just, it's J Funk. But life happened to us when Josiah was born. And before Josiah was born, we had already lost our daughter, Kyra. So we lost one child after birth, and then the second child possibly could lose him too. It was unbelievable, very stressful experience. We tried to stay up as much as we could. I will tell you guys this. You know me, I produce videos every day. I produce videos every single day in the hospital. I want to release those videos to the world, but when we released our videos of our daughter, YouTube, they must not have liked it. The videos reached millions and millions of views and went viral, but it's like it rubbed them the wrong way or something like that. They don't want that kind of content on their platform apparently because they ran us off. They even tried to delete the videos of J Funk meeting his baby sister for the first time. I have this content, everyday content of my son, the miracle baby Josiah, in the hospital, 6 months in the hospital, and I don't even know what to do with it. I do know what to do with it, but I do know that I don't believe YouTube is the home for that content. So maybe I'll put that content out on the blacktube.com or something else. You never know. Maybe we'll do a Netflix series or Amazon, Hulu original, something. But I see that content is not for YouTube. So anyway, that, my friends, is a big part of AP 1 in a Billion losing his six-pack. My son. Once my son got home from the hospital, I have a child who every day I would see him, he had a ventilator. He had tubes up his nose. His eyes was bulging because he got things around his face. He's got tubes in his nose, and they're saying he needs this to breathe. He needs this. If we take this off, he's not going to be able to breathe. 6 months of me seeing him like that. Once we finally bring him home, he no longer has those tubes. He is just with us, and he's breathing on his own. You know how stressful that is? To lay with your baby and wondering, when I wake up, will he still be breathing? That's what we were going through. I had to quit ball. I had to quit everything. Businesses, all that. Look, everything is on hold right now. What's most important is us raising this child. I can't figure out any algorithms. I can't figure out any of this kind of stuff right now. I need to raise my son the best that I can. On top of that, my wife was going through health issues as well. So we went through a lot in life. This video is about my six-pack, so I'm not even going to talk about it anymore in this video. But just letting you guys know that I went through a lot in my life, which affected me working out, which affected me doing my normal routine to keep my body to where it needs to be or where I want it to be. And years later, my son is doing excellent. My wife is doing excellent. I think I'd like to get it back. But like I said, I also love this guy who is so strong, who's stronger than the guy who has all of the muscles bulging out. This guy right here is stronger than that guy. And I believe if the me today played against the me of then in the sports, the me right now would dominate that me. So I don't know what I should do. What do you guys think? I need your opinion. Should I go back to a full-fledged bodybuilding body, or should I keep the body that I have now? Guys, leave your comments below. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe now.
Happy and you know it say AP. Happy and you know it say AP.
Supposedly supposed to be. Quit telling me how I'm supposed to be. I make you freeze.
I'm really good, really good. I'm really good. I'm really good. I'm really good, really good. I'm really good. I'm really good. I'm really good, really good.